Hello everybody and welcome to our webinar for this week. And of course our mission with Reliv is to nourish the world in mind, body and spirit, and as we get through into 2014 we'll be out there, all of us, all distributors and all people working within the company out there sharing this mission and doing the best that we can to change people's lives. Our 3-year vision is in our Asia Pacific market to achieve $1 million in US dollars in sales per month, and we're well and truly on the way to be doing that. And 2014 is going to be a great year where we create momentum and drive towards this goal. Our top priorities for the year are to increase our key performance indicators, sponsoring sales, advancements and retention, and remember it all starts with sponsoring. Whether you're out there sponsoring preferred customers or distributors, it's all about the volume that you bring into your business through the product that these people get when they come on board and start using our products. But of course, when you want to build a business, it's about sponsoring distributors. It's about sponsoring people who want to build a business themselves so that you create leverage and you can create that long-term residual income. We're all about developing our brand awareness, and we're doing that more and more, and there'll be a lot more about that throughout 2014. We're enhancing and growing our social media strategy, and we consistently will be doing that as we increase our online capabilities as well. And of course our focus is on director level where people really start to build a business. This week our webinar is all about goals, and what a great time to talk about goals at the start of the new year. So really what it's about is this: you need to define your dreams. You need to figure out just what your purpose is and what you want to achieve. Because setting goals, as it says here, is translating your dreams and your purpose into a plan of action. If you don't have a plan of action, how do you know which direction that you need to go? Because the key is this, and many of you have heard this, if not all of you would have heard this before, that people don't plan to fail, they simply fail to plan. And if you don't have a plan, as I said, how do you know which direction to go? How do you know what road to follow if you don't have a plan? If you're going to get in your car and drive somewhere, whether you've been there before or not, in your head you need to make a plan. Maybe if you've never been somewhere before, you get out a street directory or you get out a maps application on your smartphone and you follow that. And what that is, that's a plan. It's a roadmap. It takes you the way you need to go to achieve your destination and to arrive at your destination. And life is exactly like that. And your business with Reliv is exactly the same. If you do not have a roadmap, if you don't have a plan, and you don't have a destination, well, you simply are not planning and you are failing to plan. And look at it this way, as it says there, right smack bang in the middle of your screen. We don't have to face failure if we have no yardstick. In other words, if we've set no goals, if we've set no parameters for us, we've set nothing at all, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter if nobody, including ourselves, knows. It really doesn't matter. We'll just trot along and we'll just pretend we're doing a business. But if you want to create residual income, if you want to be in a place where you can achieve financial independence, you need to create a yardstick. You need to have that roadmap. Imagine going down and getting in your car and starting the car, but you've got nowhere to go. You don't know where to go. Well, you can't drive off. There's no point. So let's say you do drive off. Okay, off we go. Where do you go? When you get to the first intersection, do you go left or right? Oh, I know, I see which way I feel. I'll go left. Then you get to the next intersection. Oh, I'll go right. And you just wander around like that, and you never arrive anywhere. Having a business, having a Reliv business without goals is exactly the same. Because people without goals just drift. And it doesn't matter how many bright ideas you have, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have goals, if you don't have a goal statement, then you're just going to drift around. So developing a goal statement is really important. It is basically a business plan. And there's 5 simple steps to how you do it. And very simply, as it says here on the screen, have a look at what you want, Consider when you want it, and importantly, what will you give or what will you overcome to get it? That's really important, because there will be times where you need to make a choice and need to make a decision, and you've got to be willing, and you've got to know what it is. You've got to know how far it is you're going to go to achieve what it is that you want to do, what you want to achieve. And you need that detailed plan to get there. So what you do is just simply write out your goal statement, 50 to 100 words, but you must read it twice a day. And this is just a statement so that you can read it, and it reiterates to you and reminds you every single day of what it is you're wanting to achieve. For example, by December 31, 2014, I have no credit card debt and I'm living on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland in a waterfront property. I'm driving a BMW, vacationing 6 weeks out of the year. My marriage is happy without financial pressure. My wife and I spend more time together and pursue hobbies we both enjoy. Something as simple as that. But it's about reading it twice a day, reiterating it. Put it inside your wallet or your purse. Put it inside the plastic window inside your wallet or your purse so that you see it every time you open it, and read it every time you look at it. It reiterates it. It makes it stronger. It reaffirms it with you every time that you do it. What you also need to do is you need to measure, monitor, adjust, and control. So basically what this means is you measure your progress against your daily, weekly, and monthly plan of action. We're going to talk about that plan of action in a minute. You're going to monitor the outcome of your actions to determine if you're achieving your desired results. So for instance, if you said, I'm going to talk to 3 people a day and you only speak to 1, well, then you're not achieving your desired results, but you have to monitor it at the end of each day. So you adjust your plan of action and your goal accordingly. So if you've said you're going to speak to 3 people a day, but you only spoke to 2 yesterday and you only spoke to 2 today, well, tomorrow and the next day, speak to 4 on each day, and then you actually catch up. So you also need to control the outcome by making necessary changes until you achieve the desired result, as I just said. So you do that. If you do it on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, you monitor it, so that on a weekly basis you can keep it up to date, because it's important that you keep that weekly plan of action happening very clearly. Okay, let's have a look. Consider this as your goal staircase to your dreams, okay? Whatever your goals are irrelevant. But it's those daily steps of what you take so that by the end of those 7 days you've achieved your goal. You might want to do it over 5 days and give yourself a couple of days off. You might want to do it over 6. It's what you want to do. You've got to, once you know what it is that you want, and you know what it is that you want over that period of time, then you work it out. And we'll talk about that again in a minute as well. But you know what time you've got. You need to know how many days you're going to put into it. So if your weekly goals, it says there, is to show the business plan to a person, to follow up with 1 prospect, to get 2 new preferred customers, to bring 1 guest to a BOM, and to make sure I call my upline. That's my weekly goal. So my everyday steps are 2 possibilities. So therefore I get 1 call. I read my goal statement twice. I listen, I'm watching training tools. So it's all building. So I'm making those calls to get those people. I've got those possibilities coming to my possibilities list on a daily basis. But it's very simply following the steps 1 day at a time. And if you achieve your daily goal, by definition, you achieve your weekly goal. So let's have a look at that. So your weekly goal, bang, there you go. You just got your first week. And bang, there goes your second week. And wait for it. You've been doing it every day, and bang, 3 weeks, and you get to the end of the month, and by simply concentrating on doing your daily goal, day by day by day, you have achieved your monthly goal, because you've achieved your 4 weekly goals to get to that month. And so whatever it is, as I said, whatever your goals are up to you to decide, but whatever it is, if you have achieved your daily goal every single day, each week, over those 4 weeks, you have achieved your monthly goal. And it's that simple, and it's breaking it down to bite-sized pieces. You might look at that month and go, wow, that's overwhelming. Look at all those steps I got to go up. But you just take it 1 step at a time, and as it showed you, bang, 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 bang. 4 weeks in a row, just by doing your daily goals, you're there. So how do you achieve your monthly goal? Well, that's simple. You achieve your monthly goal by doing a daily. How do you achieve your annual goal? By achieving your daily goals. It's really that simple. You achieve your daily goals, which means you automatically achieve your weekly goals, which means you automatically achieve your monthly goals, which means you automatically achieve your annual goal. And again, whatever your goal is, it's up to you. You might go, whoa, 12 distributors and 108 preferred customers, how can anyone do that? Well, you know what? If you're doing it on a daily basis, before you know it, it builds. And that's what it's all about. And it's about getting out there and sharing your story. The previous webinar was on building your story. Watch that webinar, build your story, go out there, share it. Meet people, set those goals, do them on a daily basis. Before you know it, you've got your annual goal reached. Don't sit back and wait till the third day of the week and say, now I'm going to start. Start now. Set your goal, get going, do it on a daily basis, and don't let yourself slacken off. We can all get lazy, and it's up to us to stop ourselves from doing that. It's up to us to make sure that we do that day by day by day. And I know I'm repeating myself with this webinar. I know that. But it's absolutely imperative that people understand it's about taking the little steps. Every single little step, and don't miss any. Just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and you will achieve your goals and you will achieve success. So how do you break down the detail plan? Well, it's actually doing what we just did, but going backwards. You sit back and you decide, what do I want to achieve out of 2014? Because it's okay, I might sit there and say, okay, I want to talk to one new person a day, and I want to do this and blah, blah, blah. But hey, what is it you want to achieve out of 2014? Well, decide, what is it you want to achieve? Do you want to achieve director level? Do you want to achieve presidential director? Do you want to be an ambassador? What are your goals? Because it's up to you as an individual. So you set that yearly goal and then you break it down monthly. You divide it by 12. And then what your answer is there, you divide that by 4. And what your answer is there, you divide that by 7 and whatever, or 5, whichever way you're going to do it. And then what you do, that is your daily goal. And again, let's go. You've done that, you've broken it down, you've got your daily goal. So what happens when you do your daily goal? You automatically hit the week. When you do the week, you've automatically hit the month. And when you hit the month, you automatically hit the yearly goal. And why? Because you knew what you wanted, you clearly defined what you wanted, you broke it down into monthly, into weekly, into daily, and then you went out there and you actioned that plan. And you did it daily, which allowed you automatically to do it weekly, to do it monthly, to achieve your yearly goal. And it all depends on the daily goal. And as it says on the bottom here, life by the inch is a cinch. Life by the yard is hard. Don't look at the big picture when you're setting your detailed plan. You look at the big picture to set your goal, but then you break it down. And inch by inch, you get there. And that's what it's all about. So this is just an example for people. When you break it down from your yearly goal, your monthly plan might be to show the business plan to 4 prospects. So down on a weekly basis, that's 1 or 2. And down on a daily basis, it's calling 1 person a day, adding 2 possibilities to your list. Do you know if you add 2 possibilities, and when I say possibilities, I mean people that you come across in your everyday life. It might be someone you met at a bus stop, in a sandwich shop, wherever, anyone you come across. And you have a chat to them and you create some sort of connection there. You put them down on your list, 2 possibilities on your possibilities list. And it might be someone it might even be someone that you see at a bus stop every day you haven't spoken to them yet. Put them on your list. Because they're a possibility. That's someone new you can go and talk to. And if you do 2 every day, that's 60 people a month that goes on your possibilities list. If you keep doing that, you'll never run out of prospects. So that's really important, and it's important that people understand to break it down. Not enough people do this. Not enough people do this. And I'm imploring you that if you want 2014 to be what you want it to be, do this. Because you get your detailed plan. I'm just going to summarize here. You get your detailed plan. You've got your month, your week, your day. You write it out. You read it twice a day. You check where you are, daily, weekly, monthly, and you adjust it. You modify it when necessary, and it's really important that you meet with your sponsor or your upline mentor regularly to review where you're at and how you're going. That is really important. You need that support, and you look for that support. And it's really simple by just doing it daily and monitoring it daily, weekly, monthly. Make sure you're on track and adjust it where you're not. But be committed. Be committed. That's so, so important. You need to visualize it regularly. All great sports people, all people who are successful in business, whatever, use visualization. Visualize what you want, the check, the pin level, the organization you're going to have, the things, the lifestyle. And remember that your goals are dreams with deadlines. Do you have dreams? If you don't, create some. Sit down and think about what it is you want. What would really be great to have in your life? Where would you like to be? Because you need that dream, and you put that line out on that dream and you wheel yourself, you wind yourself into it. And by using the process that we've gone through here today on this webinar. So it's up to you. How big are your dreams? And they can be as big as you like. All you need to do is break it down to bite-sized chunks to make sure you get there. Because remember that changed thoughts equal changed actions. And the success or failure of any person can be found in their daily routine, guys. And I'm not going to reiterate it again. You can read what's on the bottom of the screen there. Time and time again, I've said it in this webinar, and this is what you need to get. You need to get this. The action plan is how you read it there, and how you work it out is you go backwards. You start the year, you come down to the day. That's how you plan it. But when you act it out, when you action it, you start with daily goal to create your yearly goals. Because I tell you something, this is really true. The positive and enthusiastic way you view this business will determine how successfully you and the people you associate with in this business will perform. The positive and enthusiastic way you view this business. So be positive, be enthusiastic, have commitment. See the fun in what you're doing. This is a sensational game to be involved in. This is a great company to be involved in. This is a great year to be involved in. So make it happen for you. And in the words of a very strong woman, Eleanor Roosevelt, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. So if you haven't been setting goals and creating a goal statement, you don't think you can do it, or you've just been too lazy, you know what, guys? You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Get out there and do it. Set your goals, create your action plan, make it happen. And remember, each week's webinar is advised by email and Facebook every Monday. So get out there, sponsor, promote, advance, and ignite your business. And thank you very much for being on this webinar today. Bye all.